Lee, 2-0 defeated Barnsley, finished the season off. How did you see the performance today?
I think our main goal today was just be competitive, no cards and no injuries, and because there's a bigger picture at play, and I think we hit all three really. We were very competitive, we had opportunities and chances. They were everything we expected. They didn't come here just to go through the motions and just finish their season with a kick around. They came here to compete and play as we did. So I thought it was a good physical, hard-fought game by both sides really, and you know, it's the main thing is we didn't have any injuries from that as well, because a physical game, we knew it was going to be. You can't shy away from it, and the girls have come through that test well.
There's a couple of, I mean, is it frustration looking? I mean, you'll probably look back and sort of debrief and look at, you know, sort of analyse the game, and you know, the couple of goals. Are you a little bit frustrated the way that they've come from the counter attack?
Yeah, I thought I want to see it back a little bit, but we felt at half time what happened is there was an incident in here, and we was focused on that, and in the meantime they've played and opened us up, and whether it's us being more organised and getting on with things, there's fine margins, I think there's things officials should have dealt with from both sides, to be fair, but it is what it is. You've just got to deal with it and get on with it, and how we respond is key, and I don't think we responded in the right way in that moment, because it came from inside their own 18 down to the far right corner across. It shouldn't happen, but it did. It is what it is.
Do you think as well with, I know we don't like to talk about referees or the decision making, but do you feel like today with some of the decisions in that stop-start motion, did it kind of affect both teams as well?
Yeah, I thought it was a choppy game, for sure, and I think also with a few things that were let go, it set the tempo of the game. The problem with that is either side, then you don't want an injury to happen, and when two sides battle like that physically, it can cause problems. But I was really pleased. We dealt with that physicality. I didn't think we got bullied, and I think in the past that's happened in a few games previous. So I think that was a big difference. And then how we got opened up against Boldmere from 25 yards out or so, none of that happened today. So again, there's two key things to take from this game into the final.
But in terms of the positives, where you talk about the attacking play as well, I mean, if you look back on maybe, well, let's say when you analyse as well, what sort of things were you pleased with in terms of attacking wise from the side? I
thought we played really well middle of the park and how we had our movement. I think we had one play where we had one touch play, 6 passes, we were in the attacking third, which I thought was superb. The players got that in the locker. I think it was just the final third quality wise, and that's something we'll work on in training on Tuesday, and we'll be in on Thursday training as well. So I can't ask for anything more from the players really. I thought the application they've done this year and the work rate and where they've developed and wanted to improve it. You can see the difference today versus how it was when we played them at their place. It was night and day. Yeah. So yeah, really proud really of the efforts. We just need to finish strong next week. Obviously that's all that matters ultimately now.
A quick word of Chloe Gray, because she made some brilliant saves, got player of the match this afternoon, and really, I mean, you know, it could have been a lot worse, but I mean, in terms of the scoreline, but she made some key saves at some key times.
Oh yeah, she was superb. I mean, that one there where she ran into the post, I think what we had to deal with was Wood. She'd got concussion. How she kept that out, I don't know. And then some of the stops in the second half where they got through a couple of times. Again, I thought she was superb. Chloe's been like that the whole season. It's great because I know Chloe years ago used to say the difference. That's why you give players opportunity, and you can say that for a number of players on the pitch today. But yeah, Chloe's been superb throughout the season, and again, what a performance today really to keep it at 2-0, because if it had gone more than 2-0, it'd been a little bit gutting, a little bit like that 4-0. You don't mind losing, but you don't want to lose by that much when it's not really deserved, or I didn't think it was. But today, yeah, it was a good tight game.
You talk about the players as well. Did it feel like today, you might have one eye on, you know, potentially starting 11 for Friday as well? Did it feel like a good rest rehearsal today for a lot of players to potentially stake a claim for Friday night?
Yeah, the goal today was to get everybody rotated in and get everyone some game time ready. But yeah, it was important that we got some minutes in the legs with everybody at some point, but at the same time to remain competitive and let the game go away. I thought the players that then come off the bench, they worked the socks off, to be fair, and put in some a shift, and do you know what, that's all you can ask for. So they'll be fighting for their spot for Friday, which they should be doing, and you can't ask for anything more than what they gave when they got on the pitch.
Well, the season's done then. In terms of the points as well, the team's safe for, you know, going into the second season as well, because County Cup final on the horizon. When you look back and assess, you know, since you've come in, you know, this half a season, then how would you assess where the club is from where you took it, but where we've finished today here against Barnsley?
I think the club deserves, based on what I've seen this season so far, deserves to be step 4, and I think the biggest step they've taken is they can compete with the top half of the table. It's not like we've just sort of competed against the bottom few teams around us and stuff. We've also been competitive against the Peterboroughs. Northampton, Boldmere got away from us, but we were competitive for at least 80% of those games, and we were competitive today in a very physical Barnsley team. All teams will improve next season, and we've got to do the same, but the confidence the players should take from this is they deserve to be here, they've got to be here, and they're a step 4 side for sure.
And of course, Friday night, as we mentioned, the County Cup final against Lincoln City, and I'd say potentially maybe a bit of history you could make on Friday night with victory. But in terms of then, because it's a game, club game, anything can happen as well. Are you expected to be really tight? It might just be a single goal, it might just sway it.
Well, it was when we were here. It was a lot tighter. Score-wise, of course, and I remember the second half they had a chance right at the end where I think it came off the crossbar.
Yeah, it did, yeah.
Miles for a draw. So, yeah, tactically we've changed system, we've changed. We think we'll put them under a little bit more pressure with what we're going to, our formation that we'll play against them. The players just have to perform and they have to want it, because it's a cup final. City will throw everything into that now. That could really make their season, of course, and we're aware of that. So we've got to make sure that we're on it and we take that title home, and that's a cup we definitely want to win.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, John.